Hi, I'm Andy Love. Join me this Thursday for my 50th birthday celebrations. We've got prizes, giveaways, discounts, loads of fun and games, and Andy doesn't even know about it. So, that's this Thursday on HobbyMaker. I've got my dancing shoes on, now where's my espresso? Cheers.
Join us on Friday from 1 o'clock with American Crafts for the launch of the Mini Cinch. It's a bookbinding tool and it's perfect for journals, scrapbooks, diaries, photo albums and more. It's easy to use and easy to store, so join us on Friday for the incredible launch of the Mini Cinch on HobbyMaker.
Morning, morning, morning. Happy birthday, Andy. I was loving your dance. Oh, it wasn't really Andy. Oh, it wasn't really Andy. He doesn't know. He's coming back. It's had his birthday. He's been living it up in the States, in the United States. And he's coming back and doesn't know he's got a birthday show. But it doesn't matter because you know, and there'll be a discount code. So you want to be tuning in for that. There's going to be lots and lots of fantastic goodies. Now, we're on the run up to Christmas and you are, of course, watching Wake Up with HobbyMaker at 6 a.m. You can catch us from 6 until 8 every weekday morning. And we're going to be telling you a little bit more about the Christmas lineup later on in the week so you know where to stay tuned and what is going to be going on because we will be here. You will be enjoying your roast turkey and we will be here bringing you some great, great prices ahead of Boxing Day. So don't forget to get tuned in for that. As always, Wake Up with HobbyMaker is, of course, a fully interactive show. What does that mean? That means we want to hear from you. And how do you get in touch? It's very, very easy indeed. There's two ways you can get in touch. You can drop us an email, studio@hobbymaker.co.uk, studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. What do you want to message us? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to message us, you can message us. We want to know, what you've been making, what your plans are for Christmas. Do you have parsnips for your Christmas dinner? What's your feeling on Brussels sprouts? That's what I want to know. You don't like parsnips? Producer Alex is saying, I don't like parsnips. I don't like parsnips. I love parsnips. For me, Christmas dinner is not complete without parsnips. I'm not a big sprout fan, though. They do say it is how you cook them, but people put them with chestnuts now, don't they? And roast them and flip them in butter and all that. I feel a bit like Heston Blumenthal, but with a beard. So you can get in contact with us that way, of course. Another great thing, of course, to send us on the email is your crafty makes. Why? Because if you send in your crafty makes on the email, you automatically get entered into our draw. And that means at the end of the month, we will announce a winner on the last Saturday of the month. And that lucky winner will receive a £100 credit to their HobbyMaker account. And that's going to go a long way on this morning's show because we have got a lot of fantastic deals coming up for you this morning. That's not the only way you can contact us, of course. You can also contact us by nipping over to the website, hobbymaker.co.uk. Click on Watch Now and you will see the message box appear as if by magic on the right-hand side. And all you do is you pop in your message, hit Send Now, and instantly almost, as if like magic, it will appear on the screen. There we go. Poof! Just like at the pantomime. There we go. Good morning, Ben. Is that the best you can do? Oh, dear. This is the sort of morning I'm in for, you see, this morning. So don't forget to message us. We love, love, love to hear from you. If you want to drop us a message, you can do that, of course, by doing that. We would love to hear all about what you're doing at home. But also, the idea of the show is it's interactive. So if you drop us a message and you say, oh, Ben, we didn't quite catch that. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Or you might say, do you know what, you're doing all that wrong. That's okay. You can drop us a message and we will respond. So that's really, really good indeed. If you're new to HobbyMaker, you can order either on the website where you can also pre-order or shop ahead. What does that mean? Does that mean I order that now and I get it in a few months. No, pre-order means you can look on the show, see, click on watch now, everything that's on the show is already listed, ready and waiting for you to pop it in your basket. And it just means you can shop ahead before I show it to you live on air. So don't forget to do that. And of course, if you order, you can order many, many things throughout the day because you'll only pay count it, one P&P. $3.95. That's from midnight last night through to midnight tonight. Doesn't matter what show you order on, what brand it is, what size it is, how heavy it is. You will only pay one P&P. Is that a special promotion that you're doing on a HobbyMaker? I hear you cry. No, it's a permanent fixture right here at your favourite crafting channel. How do I know it's your favourite? Because you're watching. There you go. What can I tell you? My favourite. It's my favourite. So there you go. What more is there to tell you? You can also phone our free phone call centre, 24 hours a day, UK based, right upstairs, free phone. We love it. There we go. That's all the housekeeping out of the way. Time to get me glasses on, and now I can see what I'm doing. Brilliant. So we've got a fantastic lineup for you on the show this morning, 6 till 8. 6 till 7 is always what we call Rewind, HobbyMaker Rewind. So rewind. There's a reason I'm not a rapper. Its Rewind is basically a recap, if you like, of some of the best-selling items over the last day or two, some of the best-selling items, so the best prices. Maybe we've just got some limited stock left of some of those items because people do ask, how do you manage to do such good prices on the wake-up shows in the morning? And I answer that by saying that's because we don't have mountains and mountains of stock. You know, it's a great opportunity to catch up on something that you've missed the day before, but it's also a great opportunity to just grab those bargains and deals to restock your crafty stash before they're gone. Another great way to get some great deals on our wake-up shows, we often use the wake-up show, particularly 7 o'clock, for launches. So you see it first, and it means you can get your hands on it first. And with any great launch, you get a deal. So that's a great reason to get up and watch. There we go. So Ben, what have we got on the show this morning? I can hear you asking. I ask you, what haven't we got? There we go. I must remind you, on top of the deal on top of the prize that you can win for sending in your crafty picture, we're now doing a competition. You might have seen this already. We're doing a £25 prize for a game each morning, and this morning we're doing the crafty anagram again. It's been really, really popular, the crafty anagram. It's very, very straightforward. What we do is we're going to show you some jumbled up letters or words, and then you have to decipher what they are, rearrange them, and come up with either the phrase or the word that is the anagram. And what you do is you drop us an email, studio@hobbymaker.co.uk, with your answer. And last chance to answer is about 6:45, and by the end of the show, we will announce a winner, and that lucky winner will receive £25 credit to the HobbyMaker account. That's not bad, is it? That's not bad. Huh? We're just throwing money at you this morning. Let's have a look at that anagram. Glue lion it. Glue lion it. Now, I should just say to you, that's not the answer, because it is a bit crafty. That's not the answer. What you've got to do is you've got to reorganise the letters, and it will form either a phrase or a word. And what you do is just email it over to studio@hobbymaker.co.uk and just put in your subject field anagram. There we go. And we'll show it to you another couple of times between now and then in case you've missed it. Glue lion it, rearrange the letters, and you could be today's crafty winner. There we go. It doesn't get any better than that, does it? 100 quid for sending in your picture, 25 quid for getting the anagram right. That's not to mention the deals we're doing this morning. Not to mention the deals. Okay, are you sitting comfortably? Have you got your coffee in and toast in hand? Have you guys got your coffee and toast in hand? Alex has nabbed a tea bag. You might wonder who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to myself. We've got a crafty crew here, of course. We've got a crafty crew. We've got, in the gallery, there they are. Look, we've got Michael directing over there, Alex producing. Now, Alex is the powers that be, you see, because Alex has got in front of him a big red button that says reduction or reduce. And if he snoozes up here and he falls and hits that button, your price comes down. So we've got to hope he didn't get much sleep. Yeah, and if he's a bit clumsy, he'll keep hitting it. And in the studio on cameras, we've got another Michael, or the Wolfman, as he's now become known. And flooring, we've got Kinga. Where is she? Hiding away. She's not there. No, she's off getting my warm slippers and caviar. Right. Let's start off. Where should we start this morning? Should we start? We're going to start for the bright pads. We're going to start with the bright pads. So the HobbyMaker Rewind is a recap of the some of the best-selling items from the last day or two. Either the best-selling items that we've got limited stock of because they've sold so well, popular items, the best deals, whatever it is, we're bringing those to you today. So starting off on the screen at the moment, you'll see the prices come up in a moment. We've got the Pretty Metallics pad, and I'm going to flick through these so you can see what we've got. But this is these are Sweet Dixie, and you're getting 32. He's already started already. Look, he's already nodding off. He hasn't put the original price up yet, and already the price has come down. He's already brought it down. There we go. He's had a heavy night last night, I think. 32 sheets. These are the 6x6 Pretty Metallics. And they're 250 GSM as well. And you're getting, there's a good selection in there. Look, you're getting the encapsulated glitter, you're getting the mirror as well, and you're getting the foiled and pearlescent. So you're getting a good variety of different materials in there. I'm going to flick through that in just a moment, but before I do, I want to show you the other options as well. So we've got Pretty Metallics. We've got the Brights. Now, these are always popular because, you know, the great thing about these is there's no theme to go along with these. There's no theme. They're all brights. So these can be used on any sort of project. You're bound to find one in there that you like. And it's convenient as well because the 6x6 is really, really handy, of course, for keeping in your craft bag. They slip into a drawer quite easily. You know, they're really, really handy. They don't take up much storage space. And everything is nice and neat and good to go and just pull the sheets out there. Again, $4.99. And we've got the pastels. So there we go, 6x6 as well. So you've got the pastel variation there as well. Again, you know, imagine if you've got the brights and the pastels, and you've got the metallics as well. Everything that you need. $4.99 easy price for each of those pads, 6x6. Should we have a look? Let's have a look. Where should we start first? Let's start with the metallics. That's what we're all looking for this morning, isn't it? The metallics. There we go. Let's see what we're getting in here. So we're getting the encapsulated glitter, we're getting the foil, we are getting sort of the pearlescent as well. Really, really nice indeed. And actually that's probably my favourite because regular viewers might know that my favourite metal colour when it comes to these is sort of coppery, brassy rather than the... Everybody goes for the silver and gold, don't they? But I like the sort of the coppery, brassy colour. Look at that. What colour would we say that is? Shout out if you know, Michael. No, the Wolfman doesn't know. That's nice as well. So that's kind of a cappuccino-y. Oh, obviously it's not cappuccino because it's a metal, but it's kind of a cappuccino sort of colour. Very nice. What have we got here? Now, because you've got all the different surfaces, you're going to get all these colours but repeated with the different... Here we go. Just to give you an example. This can say it better than I ever could. Look at that. There we go. Fantastic. There we go. There's the silver look. Could be silver. Is it silver? Is it platinum? Is it silver? Is it platinum? That's the question my wife always asks when we go past the jewellery shop. And she looks at her ring and she goes, was it white gold, silver or platinum? If it was platinum, I'd say, it's platinum, dear. If it's not, then I go, oh, so I'm not at liberty to say. There we go, look at that encapsulated glitter. This is my colour. I like a bit of copper. So it's an encapsulated glitter on this card, and that means, of course, that you're not getting the glitter all over. You're getting all the benefits of glitter without having to clean it up, which I like. And when you open the envelope, you don't end up with glitter all over you. That's nice. I really like that, actually. The gold. You know, I'm thinking about all the different things that you can be using these for when you're die cutting these out. I mean, I'm thinking, let's just say, I'm going to go back to the silver. Let's just say, you know, you're doing, again, New Year's Eve or a wedding anniversary or invitation. It's party season, isn't it? Or imagine you've got a card, you've got a little black dress on the card maybe, and you want to accentuate that maybe with a little belt or something on there. That would go really, really nicely on there. Again, we've got the gold. That's a really yellow gold as well, isn't it? That's a really yellow gold. I like that. Because gold isn't just gold, you know. Isn't it? No. Going back to the copper again. This is more sort of the pearlescent, isn't it? Very nice. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So there we go. So these are the metallics. Yeah, that is kind of like a brushed metal, isn't it? Steel. Steel. He's got all the words.
That was one word.
Well, that's probably all we're going to hear over the rest of the day now. Steel. It is like steel. But not steel, brushed chrome. There we go. It's almost a steal at that price. There we go. There we go. So we've got pastels next. Shall we have a quick flick through the pastels? We'll have a very quick flick. It's got a lot to get through. Let's have a little look. So, in fact, why don't I have a flick through the pastels and the brights next to each other so you can see the contrast? There you go, look. I've done this before, you know. There we go. So you're getting the pastel and the bright equivalents. And they go really, really nicely together. So if you were using those in the same project, that would work really, really nicely. Would the silver go as well? There you go. There we go. Brilliant. So you're getting the idea there. A very quick flick through again. I'm just going to do the same again. I don't know whether there you go. That looks a bit like a Dolly mixture, isn't it? And it's worth noting as well that these are, of course, double-sided. They're double-sided, and you will see that they are the same colour both sides. They are the same colour both sides. That's both in the brights and the pastels. On the foils and the metals, they are white on the other side. Just mention that. There you go. So they are white on the back of the pretty metallics. There we go. Each of those books is $4.99. If you want to get your hands on those, pop those in your basket. Do not forget, of course, putting it in your basket does not secure the item. You do need to make sure that you get checked out. And it can get checked out when people phone our UK-based free phone call centre. And a lot of people do order by phone. So it's worth taking note of that. Right, next, we've got the Diamond Sparkles shimmer card as well. Now, ignore how many I've got here. This is just to show you the colourways. You're actually getting 10 colours and 10 of each. So you're getting 100. I'm doing a bit of a fingers and thumbs job here, spreading those out. There we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? So you're getting 10 colours and 10 of each. So you're getting 100 sheets. 100 sheets. So this is the encapsulated glitter Diamond Sparkle shimmer card. Now, the great thing about this is you can die cut this with no trouble at all. You have to be careful sometimes when you are getting certain craft card that without the encapsulated glitter, sometimes they can be so glittery, you're going to be a little bit careful die cutting them because you don't want to damage your die. But with the encapsulated glitter, you don't need to worry too much. In fact, look, let me just squeeze that one out there as well. Look, there we go. There we go. Fantastic. So 100 sheets you get in 10 colours, 10 of each sheet. It's 200 GSM, this card. How much do you think you would normally pay how much do you think you would normally pay? That's the question. How much would you normally pay? For 100 sheets, 10 in the pack, 10 different colours. Have a little think about what that might cost you normally. That's it. And then we're going to bring up the price. You're going to see what the price is. Now, the good thing, in case you're not, if you're a regular on HobbyMaker, you will know that we have something here called the HobbyMaker Pledge. And the HobbyMaker Pledge is that you will always pay the lowest price for the day. So, because we process our orders at midnight, anything that you order throughout the day, if the prices should tumble and fall throughout the day, even if you've already checked out, and that price should come down later, whether it's during this show or later in the day, we will only bill you for the lowest price that item was on the show at. And that builds fantastic confidence, because what happens is people check out with that confidence, and they often get a pleasant little surprise when they get charged at the end of the day, because we don't process them till midnight, and that's another reason you only pay one lot of P&P, because we process them at midnight. You see? There we go. So these ordinarily, if you were buying these, 10 sheets, 10 different colours, is $39.99. So you're paying $3.99 a pack, in essence. $3.99 a pack, which I think is a fantastic price. If you were to go down to your local craft shop and get your hands on these, you'd be doing well to get them at that sort of price. You'd be doing well to get them at that sort of price. So $39.99, $3.99 sheet. They've been so popular because the price has been good, because the encapsulated glitter is a good quality card, it's hunky-dory. What is there to not like? $3.99 a pack normally, so it's $39.99 for the 10 packs. There we go, it's a very good price. The reason this is on the show this morning is we don't have that much left available, because it's been really popular. It's been really popular. Make sure you get those checked out of your baskets. Okay. We've got the stamps next. For the love of stamps, man! For the love of stamps! That's what we've got, the love of stamps. For the love of stamps. So they're a good size, these stamps, as well. I've done some stamping yesterday, actually. For the first time, I've done some proper stamping. And I did some stamping with none other than Auntie Pauline. And she gave me all the tips and tricks to start stamping, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And if you've not done any stamping, or you're new to stamping, I would thoroughly recommend that you give it a go. It's very straightforward to do. And you can create some beautiful designs. And with stamps like this, the fantastic artwork that we've got on here, I love that font that you've got there. Something amazing is going to happen today. Something amazing is going to happen today. Of course it is. You're going to be getting some great prices. Of course it is. So you're getting a collection here. Be the hero of your own story. You've got here... I've got to move my glasses. Life is full of wonderful things like you. Oh, I like that. I like that. Then we've got, what have we got in here? Oh, this is the one we were just talking about. Something amazing is going to happen today. There's a disclaimer on that, just in case it doesn't. Home is where the best memories are made. That's very true. And do what you love and love what you do. That could be for me, couldn't it? Doing my favourite job. Do what you love and love what you do. It's worth noting as well that these are a substantial size. Got that upside down. These are a substantial size. These are a really fantastic price. I mean, these are, off the top of my head, they look like they're A6 to me. which is a really, really good size. They're obviously cling stamps, so if you've got a stamping block or a stamping platform, these will stick directly to that. I remember back in the day when stamps weren't clear as well. It's so much easier having the clear stamps. You can see exactly where you're going to be putting it. Nice. Now, let's see what the price is going to come out on these. These have been really, really popular. These were $39.99, and in there you're getting the 5 different stamps. You're getting the 5 different stamps, $39.99. But not today. Not today. What are they going to come in at? What are they going to come in at? $19.99. Oh my word. That's half price essentially, under £20. That makes them just £4 per stamp. £4 per stamp. No surprise really that they have been so popular. Remember, HobbyMaker Rewind is all about bringing back to you the best selling deals, the most popular items, that's been so popular that we even don't have too many left. So do make sure that you get those checked out. You're getting 5 different designs on there. They're approximately A6 in size as well. Oh, excuse me, just having a quick drink there. Yeah, so there you go, $19.99. Make sure that you get those checked out. That works out at £4 a stamp. I think it's absolutely cracking. I think that's cracking. And I like the style of these as well, very much. We've got a message come in from Kath this morning. Kath in Manchester. Good morning, Kath. Somebody's broken the ice. I wondered how long that was going to happen. Good morning, all. This is the first time I've watched the morning show. Kath! Welcome into the fold. Where have you been? Where have you been? That's what I want to know. Huh? Now you know, every morning you see, Kath, 6 till 8. Every morning, wake up with HobbyMaker. HobbyMaker Rewind at 6. And then we have the HobbyMaker Highlights. Just got, excuse me, just adjusting my hair. The HobbyMaker Highlights at 7, which is another great deal, so stay tuned for that. Morning, Kath. Kath, what have you been doing? Where have you been? Message me back. You've missed out on some fantastic deals. Right, let's move on. So, on to the hunky-dory pads. So we've got the Heartfelt Wishes. Let's flick through these. Heartfelt Wishes is the first one that we've got. I'm going to flick through these in a minute, tell you a little bit more about them. Have I got the back to front? Yes, I have. Golden Age Glamour. This was hugely popular, the Golden Age Glamour. And then we've also got on here as well the Flourishing Florals. Now, in case you don't know what the pads are card making kits. So what you've got in here are all the die cut pieces to build up your decoupage and the cards themselves. So you get yourself, you get your hands on one of these, and you can simply get your cards, score your card, and lay them up with a decoupage. You don't need a die cutting machine. You don't need a foiling machine. You don't need any of that sort of stuff. If you've got a scoreboard, you don't even need a scoreboard, but scoreboard's obviously very, very useful. But there you go. So let's have a quick flick through and have a look. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you, just for you, Kath. I know you've not asked, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to have a go with one. Should I have a go with one? Should we make something? Let's have a quick look through and see what we've got. So this one here is the Heartfelt Wishes. Let's have a quick look and see what we've got in here. So you've got all the bits and pieces in here. So they're deep decoupage, really, because you get layer after layer after layer. You can really build up some depth with all the different bits. They're already die cut, which I'm going to demonstrate in a little while. So you just literally pop those out of the sheets. These are all the elements that go on top, of course. And you just layer it. There we go. We've got it upside down. You've got all the card at the back there. There we go. So it's all good to go. Everything that you need to get cracking. Now, these are really, really useful. Very popular, of course, because they're hunky adorable. They're adorable scoreable as well, I just wanted to mention. If you're not familiar with adorable scoreable, which I'm sure most of you will be, but in case you're not, adorable scoreable was invented some years ago now when, I think it was invented by Hunky Dory, I believe. And what you find is that when you're scoring coloured cards, sometimes you get a crack surface. You score it through that, and as you fold it, the paint or the surface, the ink cracks. And if you've got maybe a white core as well to the card, it's really obvious. It doesn't look very neat. A bit like, as producer Alex has just said, imagine the worn edge to a record sleeve. That's a good analogy. And the surface ink comes away or cracks. Well, Adorable Scoreable is made with something called bendy ink technology. Oh yes. So it's been developed so that as you score it, whether you're using a scoreboard or a ball tool or whatever you're using, it's almost slightly stretchy, the ink. It's almost like slightly stretchy. So once you score it and you bend it and you fold it, the surface will not crack. It will not crack. And that is Adorable Scoreable. There you go. If you didn't know before, now you know. There you know. See, it's what can I tell you? It's educational this morning as well. Bendy ink technology, Adorable Scoreable. So these are all on Adorable Scoreable. Hugely, hugely popular. A major part, of course, of the Hunky Dory brand is the Adorable Scoreable. So the one that we had there was Heartfelt Wishes. We've also got as well the Golden Age Glamour. This one was really, really popular. Really popular. Again, it's the same concept. So they're decoupage pads. Really handy if you need to very quickly knock up a card last minute. It might be that, perhaps you're on the train and you're on your way down to see someone and you go, oh, I forgot to do a card. You don't need to worry because this will go in your craft bag. You can knock these up on the train, on the plane, on the bus, on your boat, wherever it is. You're all ready to go. These are good gifts as well for people that are, new. People that are new to card making, like me, because I'm going to have a go and I'm new to card making. So they're ready to go. Everything that you need is already in the pad. This one's Heartfelt Wishes. Oh, we've done that one. What I haven't done is the Floral Creations. Flourishing Florals. We didn't do Flourishing Florals. There we go. While I'm flicking through, should we see how much they are? So we've got the Flourishing Florals. And again, these layer up really, really nicely. We're going to have a little go in a minute. $24.99. That's not per pad. That's for all three pads. That's all three. So these are normally, if you were to buy these individually, they're about what, £12 each? Normally, if you were to buy these individually, something like that. So that would be about £35, £36 normally. Today, $24.99 if you get your hands on all three. And all of the components are about £12, I think, yeah. All of the components are in there. Should we have a go? Let's have a quick go. So I'm new to card making. I've done this job for a long time, but I am new to card making. So let's have a go. I'm going to pick, for today's demonstration, we're going to use the Heartfelt Wishes. So I'm going to pick one of these. Now, fortunately, I've come prepared because I've got some foam pads, which are also available on the website. Don't forget as well, you can shop ahead, but we've got foam pads on there. I've come geared up with my scissors as well, because I've got my scissors because I'm going to cut down. I've got the bigger foam pads. I think we've got the smaller ones on the website. I've got the bigger ones and I'm going to cut those down. And I've come edged as well with my piercing tool. Now this particular piercing tool was gifted to me only yesterday by the wonderful Debbie Moore of Debbie Moore Designs. And this was her personal piercing tool. She said, you know what, you can have that. Because we were doing a bit of this yesterday for the first time. So she's given that. Now we have got, it's not the same one, but we've got piercing tool on the website as well. Details for the scissors are on the screen at the minute. So these are the Cutter Bee scissors that you've got on the screen. They're the ones that I'm going to use if I need to use any scissors. I don't know if I'm going to need to use them yet. I'm going to get them out. These come as well with the little sheath as well to go on here, just to protect them. So, because they are very sharp, when you've got these in the drawer, it's very handy to have these. These are useful for two reasons, the sheaths. They're useful to protect you because they're very sharp, but they're also there to protect the scissors. If they're knocking about in the drawer, you don't want to get them damaged. And that's really, really important because the amount of crafters I've heard tell me that they have scissors for fabric, they have scissors for card, they have scissors for acetate, all different things. And oh my God, if you use the wrong scissors on the wrong thing, you get into a lot of trouble because you don't want to damage them, blunt them, or whatever. And so that carries through making sure that you've got the blade on, the sheath on there as well, because that's going to protect your scissors. There we go. How much are these scissors, Alex? Let's have a little look. $9.99. Very, very nice indeed. These are kind of, I suppose these are kind of a medium size. They're not super fine scissors and they're not the big ones. There we go. $9.99 is your price. $9.99. There we go. Get your hands on them. I might have a go with these. Right. So I'm going to start off with the heartfelt wishes. I won't spend too long on this because I've just got a lot to get through. But I thought, let's have a go. I had a little go yesterday with Debbie Moore. What shall I do? I'm going to go for this one. And I'm going to see how easy these are to use. I'm going to see how easy they are to use. So I'm going to go for the hearts. And then what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to pop these out. Now, I am an absolute novice. So the first time, and I'm not kidding, first time I created a card from scratch was yesterday with Debbie Moore. And I've been doing this job for years. There we go. So I've just popped that out. That was really easy. So again, really easy to have in your drawer. You need to make a last minute card. You've forgotten. What sort of friend are you if you forget? But you might forget, things happen. And I'm just putting the toppers on here. They've got the decoupage and you can layer it up. I'm not going to go to that extreme stage because of the time. I'm just going to pop out the sentiments. And again, good for last minute cards, good for gifts as well. In fact, I'm going to use that one there. Good for gifts as well. So you've got somebody that wants to have a go at creating. I'm going to use my scissors here. I think maybe snip the end. There we go. Good for somebody that's never done card making before, like me, you see. Oh, I didn't need to snip that. I just need to pull it out at the end. There you go. I'm going to trim it afterwards, so don't worry. Right, so I'm going to take a few of the elements out of the pad. I know that you'd do a much better job of this than me. And rather than use the backing card in here, which you have got, I'm not going to use that because we have got on the show some card blanks. So I'm just going to pop these on some card blanks. There we go. So these are, I don't know, A5, 5x7s, I would say. And they come with the envelopes as well, ready to go. And these come in the white and the ivory as well. So I'm going to go for the white for mine. But you come in the white or the ivory. There we go. Price is going to come up on the screen. Let's have a little look. Now don't forget, you are getting both of these. You're getting the white and the ivory and the envelopes in there as well for $21.99 for the A5 card blanks. And then if you're like me, you're ready to go as well. You get 50 sheets in the pack. But to celebrate the fact I'm going to have a go, Alex is going to do a deal on these. We're going to do a deal on these. 50 sheets. $11.99. $11.99. There we go. $11.99. On that basis, let's get crafting. $11.99. Here we go. So I'm going to do a rubbish job of this, but I'm going to have a go. So I've got my foam pads. I've got my scissors. So what I'm going to do, in fact, I'm going to use these as they are to go on the back of here. There we go. Oh, Debbie Moore, you'd be proud if you could see me having a go. She didn't expect me to be trying it out this morning. Some of you are probably saying, you don't need them as big as that. We've got different foam pads on the website. I'm going to use my little piercing tool to take the foam pad back. And this was a little trick that was taught to me yesterday by Debbie Moore. Let's see if I can do it. Look at that. There we go. How easy is that? Debbie Moore said I started using a piercing tool for that and I've never looked back. Look at that. Just at the corner, she said, look, it works every time. You'd think I'd been doing it for years. Look at that. There we go. Fantastic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this on first of all, try and get this fairly central if I can. It's my first time making cards. I've only did it first time yesterday. Another little tip I was given by Debbie Moore was if you've got a bit of PVA glue and you put a little bit of PVA glue on the back of your foam pads, it's quite forgiving because if you get it slightly wrong, you get a bit of wiggle room. You see, there you go. Bit of wiggle room. Is that long enough to go there? No, I'll have to put that across. So I'm going to put on, I think I'm going to put that across there. Bear in mind, I've just done this off the cuff. And I'm going to snip my foam pads down because I learned yesterday as well that you can snip foam pads down, see? There we go. So I'm just going to pop the foam pads on the back there. And just so I know roughly where they need to be width-wise, I'll put those there, like that. That's it. There we go. And I'm going to use my little piercing tool again to take the backing off. What a brilliant bit of advice she gave me. Look at that. Brilliant bit of advice. Look how easy that comes off of there. And then I'm going to pop that across. Is that straight? What do we think? That's straight enough, isn't it? There we go. And I'm going to use my snippers. There we go. And spin that round. There we go. And then it's time to pop on my sentiment. So here we go. What sentiment did I go for? With all my heart. There we go. Oh, I've got all the chat, you see, and I. With all my heart. There we go. Now, bear in mind that I've only ever made a card for the very first time using one of these sorts of kits yesterday. It was a bit more elaborate, I'll be honest. But look how quickly, even me, an absolute novice, I'm going to put that actually across here, look. An absolute novice. I've done that super quickly. Now, experienced crafters out there, if you had a bit more time, could really make that look absolutely beautiful. There's lots of things you could put on here. As we know, we could put some embellishments on here and so on and so forth. But even for me, having never created a card, first time only yesterday, there we go, using one of the kits. And I didn't even use the backing out of the kits. I've used just the card blanks. Is that a bit wonky? Oh no, yeah, it's a little bit wonky. Using one of the kits there. I didn't use the backing cards. I just used our card blanks. There we go, very quickly. There we go. Some of you crafters won't be laughing at that, I'll bet, but there you go. Job's a good one. So, all the items that you need to get started are in the pads. You've got the blanks. Give it a go. Give it a go. Right, what are we going to have a look at next? We're going to have a look next at the tape. So, let me bring that over. So again, great opportunity to get your hands on some craft essentials. So there's nine of the little reels here, and they all come on the reels as well. You're getting 9 eggs, you get 3 packs of 3. These are always popular, very, very handy indeed to have the different reels. Maybe you've got a craft group and you need several dispensers. Maybe you just get them through them like Billy-O. Maybe you need some again, perhaps one in your motorhome or the caravan, or one in your craft bag, one upstairs in your craft room, one downstairs in the lounge, one tucked in the pocket in the back of the car. Wherever it is, these are absolutely essential and super, super, super popular, which is why they are back here on the show today. There we go. There we go. You're getting 3 sets of 3. It's the low tack tape. It's the low tack tape, 9 pieces. Essentially, you're going to buy 2, get 1 free. They're $9.98. $9.98. $9.98. There you go. So you get your hands on those. Don't forget, if you've got it in your basket, make sure you get checked out. Very, very important indeed. I'm just going to pop my scissors back in the packaging. There we go. That's it. I know I don't need to do that right now, but I'm just going to do it, so I like to keep things nice and tidy. There we go. Put those back in there. Who's got the scissors? Did you get your hands on the scissors? A lot of people have popped the scissors into their baskets. Really highly recommended. Right, next, excuse me, leaning, we are going to have a look at the textured Miri card. So this is, what is this? This is, essentially it's embossed. You get an embossed style finish to this, or a texture style finish to this. So if you don't have, maybe you don't have a die cutting machine, maybe you do, but you don't have the embossing folders, whatever it is, this is a quick way to make sure that you've got these essentials. And what we're getting in here are 16 sheets. I'm going to show you the colourway. So you've got a mixed bag of colours here, all with different designs, patterns, textures, embossing. There we go. Let's just spread those out. There we go, so you can get an idea of what you're going to be getting in there. There we go. So you can see, hopefully, on the screen at the moment, the different embossed effects. You're getting a 16 sheet pack. There's an array of colours in there. Of course, as you'd expect, great quality from Hunky Dory. This is Hunky Dory. You're getting 2 sheets of each. So you're getting 8 different colours. And you're getting 2 sheets of each of those. 8 different designs, I should say. There you go. A great essential to have in your crafty basket. Don't forget to get your hands on those. These have proven really, really popular, which is why they're back on the HobbyMaker Rewind show this morning. Don't forget, HobbyMaker Rewind from 6 until 7 is all about bringing back the best-selling items, the best deals. Some of the items are on limited stock already. Items that you've perhaps missed out on from yesterday. It's about bringing those back so that you can get a second chance there and really take advantage. There we go. There we go. What's the price going to be is the question. What's the price going to be? What do we think? What do we think it's going to be? $9.99. $9.99. That's good. And don't forget, you only pay 1 P&P here at HobbyMaker. You only pay 1 P&P at HobbyMaker, don't forget. Really good. So it's midnight last night through to midnight tonight. Doesn't matter how many times you order. We've got another message come in from Terry in Greater Manchester. Good morning, Terry. How are you doing this morning? Good morning. Brilliant job doing your first card. Thanks, Terry. That was off the cuff. I just said, oh, we've got the card blanks. I've got, shall I have a go? Let's have a go. And who else have we got? Oh, let's turn that so you can see it so you can admire my handiwork. Look, Susan in Greater Manchester. Good morning, Ben. That's a lovely card. Now you won't be able to stop. Well done. Lots of love to all at HobbyMaker. Oh, Susan. Oh, thanks, Susan. And we've got Kath back from Greater Manchester as well, saying, well done, Ben. Oh, guys, I'm loving the love. I'm loving the love. Thank you. Oh, you should hear him when he's going, look at his little face. Look, he's really pleased. I am pleased. Thank you. Give me a hug. Thanks. That's really nice. Oh, that's nice. It was only really simple and basic what I did, but I had to go, didn't I? I had to go. So, very pleased with that. Don't forget, you get anything in your basket, do make sure that you get those checked out. The time is rapidly running out, and a lot of the items on the show, because as well, they're limited stock, because they've sold so well. Make sure you get checked out. Right, what we're moving on to next, producer Alex. Excuse me, coughing at you. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. I think we all know from having been looking at the screen for a while now that there's a huge chest. Oh, it's there. It is the actual chest, not me. Not me. Have I been working out? Listen to him. So we've got this fantastic MDF chest here. Now, we were taking a look at this earlier, and me and producer Alex were thinking about all the different things that you could do with the chest. Now, the first thing that springs to mind is pirates and treasure and gold coins, that sort of thing. But we were talking about all the wonderful things that you could put in here, and I was thinking about all the gifts that you could put in here. I'm thinking, you know, bottles of wine you could put in there, couldn't you? Wouldn't that make a good present? Bottles of wine you could put in there, sweets, gifts, chocolate coins. Imagine if that was filled with chocolate coins. But thinking of less practical purposes of the chest and more sentimental purposes of the chest, we were thinking, wouldn't that make a fantastic memory box? Because you could decoupage this, you could paint it, you could put photos on here of loved ones, you could put, you know, let's say you've been, I don't know, you've been travelling, you might want to use a world map on here or county maps and decoupage those on here as well, put photos of loved ones, photos you've taken, whatever, and inside then you can put all your mementos, keepsakes. You could decorate the inside as well. You know, this could be a great gift for a loved one. Perhaps you're going to craft it up, decorate it, put things in here. It would be a great gift in terms of putting presents inside. It would be good to do it for yourself as well. All the different things that you could do with that. And, you know, if you were the sort of person that was, you know, if you're recycling conscious and thinking about the environment and thinking about, you know, instead of keep getting gift bags every year and all the rest of it, you could put the gifts in here, couldn't you, every year? And we go, what's in the chest this year? Maybe is it for birthday presents as well? What about the kids? What about the kids? Maybe you just want a storage box for the kids' room to put the Lego or the other brands of building blocks that are available in there maybe. Maybe you're putting in favourite baby mementos. Maybe as well, you know, you've got a new baby. Maybe you're going to put in like what do they call, like the nappy cakes in there, all the little bits and pieces for a newborn in there. Maybe you've got somebody who's in hospital or an elderly relative who doesn't live with you and you want to take them some goodies. You could use it as like a hamper, we were thinking as well. There's all sorts of things that you could use it for. All sorts of things you can use it for. Use it for weddings. Hey, that's a great idea. You could put in there the cards that you get, couldn't you? So you put that at the wedding on the table and people pop in their mementos. Maybe you're using it for picking stuff out of. There's all sorts of, I mean, the opportunities are just absolutely endless. It's a really, really chunky size. They come pre-made, I believe. You don't actually put this together. They come pre-made, and I think that's really good because they are very solid design. What about a great, like a great Christmassy thing to do as well? Maybe that you put your mince pies in there and your carrots for Rudolph and a glass of beer as well for Santa when he comes down the chimney. It's all sorts of things you could do. All sorts of things you could do. And you could decorate this, craft it, and sell it You might want to sell it. You sell it on your online shop or your craft store. Oh, the opportunities are endless. These have been so popular that we decided to bring it back. You've got more inspiration than I've got. How much is it? Is the question. How much is it? Producer Alex. He's going to hit the snooze button. Boom. And now the price comes down. $21.99. $21.99. And that is a forever gift, isn't it? At $21.99. That's a forever gift. That's not a disposable gift. You're gonna decorate that, keep it forever. All sorts of wonderful things you could use the box for. My favourite idea, or my favourite two ideas, I think, are using it as a hamper, as a gift, bottle of wine, chocolates, bottle of wine, chocolates, bottle of wine, chocolates. You could use it for that. But my favourite, I think, is like as a memory keeper's box. So you've been travelling or whatever, or again, new baby, something like that, memory keeper's box. That's what I would have used it for. But there you go, $21.99. What I should just mention, I've already said several times, it's 1p&p, $3.95, midnight last night to midnight tonight, 1p&p. That's relevant with something like this, because if you were going to order this from most websites, online, or wherever it was you were going to order, imagine what the P&P would be if you were to order that in addition to other things that you'd ordered. Imagine what the P&P would be. And our P&P is only $3.95. It's only $3.95, and you could order 10 of these, and your P&P would still only be $3.95. That's incredible. Did you take part in the anagram competition as well, by the way? If you're new to us, on the mornings, from 6 o'clock, we do a little game usually in the mornings. We do an anagram or a word search or spot something in the background, whatever it is, and you can win £25 to your HobbyMaker account. Haven't got a HobbyMaker account? It's dead easy to get one. All you do is you pop over to the website and you create a login. You don't have to put in credit card details or any of that. You just put in your name, your address and your email address, and you create a HobbyMaker account. And if you win the anagram, you can have 25 quid on that. Yeah, we're going to reveal the winner in a minute. 25 quid. 25 quid. And don't forget as well, if you email in your crafty makes, photos of your crafty makes, you automatically go into our prize draw, drawn on the last Saturday of every month. And if you've got a HobbyMaker account, we can credit 100 quid to that if you're the winner. There it is. Dead easy. Dead easy. Shall we have a look at the anagram? The crafty anagram came up as glue, lie in it. And the answer was guillotine. Guillotine. Not one of those. Guillotine, crafty guillotine, because they're always crafty words. So the answer was guillotine. Who got that right out there? Who got it right? Our winner today is Steve Evans. Congratulations, Steve. Congratulations. It's not who gets it in first. It's not, what we do is we randomly pick somebody out. Steve Evans. Well done, Steve. Well done. You will be getting £25 credit to your HobbyMaker account. Now, thank you for joining me this morning on HobbyMaker Rewind. Coming up after the break, we've got a fantastic guest. We've got the HobbyMaker highlight showing you some absolutely fantastic items from the HobbyMaker highlight. You're going to be looking forward to that, hopefully. We've got a crafty guest in the studio, and that is going to be coming up after the break.
Hi, I'm Andy Love. Join me this Thursday for my 50th birthday celebrations. We've got prizes, giveaways, discounts, loads of fun and games, and Andy doesn't even know about it. So, that's this Thursday on HobbyMaker. I've got my dancing shoes on. Now, where's my espresso? Cheers.
HobbyMaker are proud to work alongside some of the biggest brands in the industry. Keep watching for these brands and many more here on HobbyMaker.
Here at HobbyMaker, we want your shopping experience to be as simple as possible. That's why you can buy as many items as you like all day and only pay one postage and packaging fee. It doesn't matter what weight, size, or quantity of your order, or how many times you check out that day, you still will only be charged 1 P&P. Shopping made simple with HobbyMaker.
If you want to search our website for your favourite brands, simply go to hobbymaker.co.uk, click on brands, and you'll find all your favourite items all in one place. Shopping made simple with HobbyMaker.
Join us on Friday from 1 o'clock with American Crafts for the launch of the Mini Cinch. It's a bookbinding tool and it's perfect for journals, scrapbooks, diaries, photo albums and more. It's easy to use and easy to store, so join us on Friday for the incredible launch of the Mini Cinch on HobbyMaker.
It couldn't be easier to watch HobbyMaker. You can join us on Sky, Freeview, on our website or on YouTube, so you can watch at home or on the go. When you purchase anything on HobbyMaker, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee, meaning that you can shop with confidence. Happy shopping with HobbyMaker. Want to know what's going on in the next show? Then head over to our website. Click on the TV guide. This will tell you who's presenting, which guest we have joining us, along with what's going on in each hour. If you ever miss a show, you can catch up by clicking on the day you missed and then click Watch This Show. You can also view what product was on and if it's still available to buy. Catch up on HobbyMaker.
Here at HobbyMaker, we love seeing what you've been making, and it's our job to keep you inspired. So how does a £100 credit to your HobbyMaker account sound? Every month, we're going to be giving away a £100 credit to one lucky HobbyMaker's account. And all you have to do to enter is simply send a photo of your crafty makes to studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. We will be picking one winner each month at random, and we'll announce the lucky winner on air in the 5 PM show on the last Saturday of every month. So what are you waiting for? Get crafting, get motivated, and get inspired with HobbyMaker.
Hello, thank you for joining us. That's what I said at the start of the show, at 6 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock now. HobbyMaker Rewind is rewound, and now we're on to the HobbyMaker Highlights. Now, the HobbyMaker Highlights is a feature of every show on the Wake Up shows from 6 till 8, starting at 7 for the HobbyMaker Highlight. What is the HobbyMaker Highlight? The HobbyMaker Highlight is a special deal that lasts just for 24 hours only. So this time tomorrow, this HobbyMaker Highlight will be over, no matter how much stock we've got left, and there will be a new one. We repeat the HobbyMaker Highlight show for you again at 3 o'clock usually. So we'll be showing you the HobbyMaker Highlights again at 3 o'clock. But as always, that is only subject to available stock. And I have done quite a few HobbyMaker Highlights now where we've practically sold out the stock by the end of the first show, and we've had to change things later on. So my advice to you is, if you like what you see on the HobbyMaker Highlight, do not hang about. Do get it checked out. How do we bring you great prices on the HobbyMaker Highlight? Very straightforward. It's usually because we either have a brand new launch product, it might be that we have an exclusive deal because we don't have mountains and mountains of stock left, so we're able to deliver you a really great price, but for a limited amount of stock. So please, if you do see something you like, do make sure that you get it checked out. And this morning's no exception, because we have a fantastic array of items coming up in the HobbyMaker Highlight. If you're new to us, this is a great feature, a great reason for tuning in at 7 o'clock. And if you're concerned that you're going to have me waffling at you for another hour, no, because we've got our crafting expert, of course, on the show today from Fantastic Crafter's Companion. It is none other than Craig Laird. There he is. Hey,
Ben,
good
how you
morning.
doing? Hey!
I love your Christmas. Is that tassels that you've got on the jumper?
It's a scarf.
What happens if you do that?
It's a scarf.
Oh, it's a scarf.
No, let's not do that. Let's not swing the tassels. Too early in the morning for that. It really is. Do you know something, Ben? I have to laugh because I was in the studio just at the weekend there. No, was it last week? I was like, that's my last show for the year.
Oh.
And then I got asked to cover a show at the weekend there from here.
Yes.
And I was like, Dave, that's my last show of the year. And then, unfortunately, it was meant to be Michelle. Her and her family are a little bit under the weather. They're absolutely fine,
Yes.
but they're just feeling a bit under the weather. So you've got me today and tomorrow from our studio here, and we've got an abundance of things. As you were saying there a minute ago, Ben, we've got something, well, something you might want to have a little bit of fun with when it comes to revealing a message. Or maybe it's going to be revealing a gift if you love your box making. Maybe you just want to reveal something special. Maybe you've got some news to reveal. I'm going to show you how you can create your cards where you can reveal the message.
Fantastic. I've had a little look actually at the HobbyMaker highlights already, and this is new to me. This is something I've not seen before. Is this a relatively new concept then?
It's our take on it. You know, what I'm going to show actually, to start with, Ben, is I'll show these boards and then I'll show you some finished samples because then you can kind of get the concept in. It's one of those things where it can be done in the past, you know, with crafty tools and that, but oh gosh, it really is a bit of a nightmare to do. So these dies are now starting for you to do it for you. So we have got our rectangles.
Okay.
Now what these do, once you cut them, they create kind of like a perforated edge. Now let me get my pokey tool and I'm going to start that one off. Then what that one does is that starts to create that reveal factor. So you've got kind of like these perforations all the way around. So you can stamp your message in there. You can stamp a sentiment. It could be a character. It could be a topper. It could be a special revealed message you've got. And you've got your 3 different sizes that you can do these in.
Excuse me.
You've got your mats and layers to go with them. And then you've got 2 sentiment stamps as well. One says tear here. One says open here. So the recipient knows what to do. They're all along the same concept. So this one here, you have got your squares. So once again, you've got all them where you can then open and you've got that perforation and there's something very, very satisfying when it comes to that sound as you open. So whether you want to do large, medium or small. And then I know your sense of humour, Ben, so I just want to say this is a circle, okay? I'm just letting you know it is a circle that we've got here. So this one here, you've got your circles. So once again, same concept. You've got that perforation line all the way round. You've got your different sentiments. Now that's the boards to show you them in black and white form.
Yes.
But then look at the different things that you can be doing. Now we've already pulled these ones open.
Yes.
But it could be your pattern papers that you've got. You could then stamp in colour your little characters that you've got. Maybe you want to come along and do it vertical or horizontal.
Yes.
You can do it at an angle. Maybe you're sending them to the grandparents. Maybe you want to go in and do them the reverse way. Look at that. Get well wishes, especially for you. So keeping in mind, Ben, that would be completely sealed, and all that you're going to do is take the tab and you're going to pull it. It's going to break those perforation lines. But if you think, can I only do straight cards? Absolutely not. You can still do your concepts. You can still do your circles. Maybe you want to go in and do your larger present. You can do that, and you can see whichever way you want to go in. Inky backgrounds that you can do. You might want to use just the small. Maybe you want to come along and do your steppers that you can see, layer them up, add your die cuts. I mean, look at this one here. Could be presents.
That's
you can have it going
brilliant.
down the way if you want to. You can open to the side. So it could be that, maybe you've got some exciting news to tell the parents or grandparents or friends that you're expecting. Maybe it's a gender reveal and you can pop the actual gender underneath. And I know that we are just coming up to Christmas just shortly, but then you can go in with your box making and see how you can do your advents there. But once again, throughout the year, something about tickets. Maybe you've got tickets to a music show, a concert, a comedy. Maybe you're one of the lucky ones that got tickets to Peter Kay. You can then hide the sentiment tickets underneath, open it up. That's the sort of thing that you can be doing, Ben. And I've got a few demos throughout this show that will show you them in simple forums and then a few different ways as well.
Craig, I absolutely love these, and the inspiration is just phenomenal. My favourite, I think, out of that had to be the presents. I love the way you had the 4 presents lined up, the bows on the top, revealing what's behind those as well. And there's some more here. And what I particularly like as well is that they're perforated so that when the recipient gets them, they're freshly opened. They're interactive, aren't they? I really
are. Sorry, just having a coughing fit.
That's right. No, that's right. It's you and me both, Craig. I've been in the same situation myself this morning, so excuse me as well. No, I absolutely love that, and I love the fact you get the little stamps as well, giving the instructions. These are genius, and you can see why I was excited, Craig, when I saw these for the first time this morning. I've never seen anything like this with the little doors that open. That one's perforated. I don't want to spoil that by opening it straight away. But I love the fact that they're interactive and you take part. And it's almost like a secret message for you. And like you said, putting gifts behind them, tickets, use them in an advent calendar. Absolute genius. How, though? How do we create such beautiful creations using these? Because you can mix and match these on the same card then as well?
Of course you could, absolutely, no problem at all. Yeah, if you've even got different shaped nesting dies, then of course you can start to incorporate them for the toppers on the top if you want to. But they're just fun. I've not seen them in the craft industry.
Yes.
Maybe you've seen them, you know, little reveal tokens or that, you know, in your inexpensive stores, the little gift cards where you can do the reveal, that sort of thing. But no, these are such a fun thing, and they're going to add that extra mystery to your card and your projects.
I absolutely love them. I can't wait to see some demos with these, Craig. Just before we do that, let's very quickly talk about the price, because the price on the screen at the moment is $38.97. $38.97. But of course, this is the HobbyMaker highlight, as it is at 7 a.m. Monday to Friday, and that means we bring you a whopper of a deal. $38.97 is the usual price. Producer Alex, what button have you pressed the button? $29.99.
Wow.
$29.99. That's phenomenal.
Wow, I can't believe that.
That's phenomenal. So you're getting all 3 of those, all 3 for the $29.99. That's less than £10, £10 per pack. And you're getting multiple pieces in those packs as well, Craig, aren't you?
Yes, yeah, you absolutely are. You've got those matte and layer dies as well to decorate them, Ben. But then the key thing as well, all of these, they're all going to go through your Gemini Junior or your MIDI. Of course, depending on the card size that you use, they're not just going to go through the Gemini. Any branded die cutting machine you've got, you can absolutely use. And then the smaller ones, if you're wanting to make tiny little gift tags where you've got that reveal, if you use the really small ones, Ben, they're going to go through your Gemini Mini or your really small machines as well. So think about your tags for presents. Now you have then got that reveal within the gift tag as well. It's just so much fun.
I love the idea of that, sitting around on Christmas morning and, you know, deciding who's opening the presents. Who are they for? And you've got to open the door to find out. I absolutely love that idea. That's a great idea. There are so many fantastic things you can do. Craig, you're the expert. Show us how we can go about creating something wonderful with these.
Okay, doc, right, Ben. What I'll do is this first one, I'll do it in a black and white form so that you can see the concept here, because I've got a little bit of a hint and tip, maybe a little bit of a cheat when it comes to lining up your sentiments. So what I'm going to do here is I have got some of our multi-purpose cardstock that we can see here. So I've cut this down, just so you know, to 5.5 by 3.5. Now I'm going to go in with the medium rectangle, and I've also got the matte and layer die to go with it. So what I'm going to do, wherever I want that reveal to be, I'm going to secure that with my low tack tape. Now remember, I'm going to go central. You can go at an angle if you want. You can go top corner, bottom corner. It's entirely up to you where you want it to be. Because the reveal perforation is down the sides and along the bottom. There is a score line atop there. That does not cut. So what we can do is we can then go back in. Let's line it up like this, and let's pop that one on. Now I'm going to use my Junior because that's my go-to machine, but as I said, we can do this with any of your die cutting machines that you've got. And nothing different, there's nothing different with these when it comes to die cutting. You just put them through your dies as normal and your die cutting machine because they're still a wafer thin die. But what we can then do is we can then take this one off, and then what I'm going to do is we can then peel the actual die off with the low tack tape, and then I'm just going to carefully pull that one back, and then I'm going to pull this one back here. So what we can then do is let's bring in a piece of card. So this is where our message or that's going to be. Now, how do I know exactly where to stamp so that when I reveal, it's bang center in the middle of the reveal? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this again. So it's the same size piece of cardstock, and I'm going to get this as central as I done with this one here. If it's out by a couple of millimeters or so, that's not really going to matter. Who cares? So I'm going to take some of this D-tack off just because this is actually going to be my top part of my reveal. So we're going to go through now. Now this could be white multi-purpose. This could be mirror. It could be glitter. It could be our Centura Pearl. It could be Hunky Dory's Mirror cardstock. It could be their adorable Scoreable. Any pattern paper, anything like that you can maybe cutting into. So what we can then do is let's take this one off now. And then once again, I'm going to peel these ones back so I can then get my reveal on the top. So pull that one back, and then let's go in again and pull this one back. So let's take that, take the die off. So now we've got the two. One of them I'm going to keep as the reveal. This one, Ben, I'm going to open it.
Okay.
So I'm just going to pop all the way around. So let's take all the way around. I'm going to fold it back, and then either with my scissors or craft knife, I'm going to cut that off. So I'm going to go along that score line to the two perforated edges at the top, and I'm going to take that off like that. Don't actually need this bit, but now, Ben, what I've got is I've got my template, so I know exactly where to stamp, so that my sentiment will be bang centered in the middle, ready for me to pop this over the top. So let's do that. Let's go in. Now later on today, I've got some of the most beautiful sentiments and collections from Knitwit. So I'm going to use one of those stamps here, which is from the Kindly Thoughts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it on here that you can see, and then I'm just going to bring in my stamping mat. So let's move that to the side, and I'm leaving my template over the top. If you want to secure it, you can do, but if you've got your large stamping platform with magnetic discs, that'll work a treat. And for these today, on this show, I'm only going to use sentiments, sentiment stamps, but you can use anything you like, and then we're just going to stamp. So if we stamp that one, we remove it. We've got You Are Awesome. Take that one off. So that is now exactly where I need it to be.
Yes, I see.
So then what I can do is I can come along. Such a great sentiment, isn't it?
Yes.
Adore that sentiment. And then I'm going to go in with my adhesive. You can go in with your tacky glues or your tape runner. Now the key for this is not to pop the adhesive over the back of the reveal. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the edge. If you pop your adhesive on the back of the reveal, well, you simply won't be able to reveal it. So you definitely don't want to do that. So what we can then do is let's line that straight over the top here and press in. I'm just going to come in with a black matten layer. So this one can go on. So this is a little 4x6 card. pop that one on into place there. And then while we're here, let's go in with our little matten layer. Just to add a little bit of decoration, seeing as it's in black and white for them. We can then pop our plates, run that one through. Now think about as well, the sentiments images you've got, your toppers you've got left over. Maybe you love your decoupage, you could add that on the reveal so you can open it up so you've got extra depth to it. But if we take this one off now, that can go onto the top. This could be pattern paper, glitter card, anything like that. We can then pop that one on into there. Then let's bring in a tiny little strip of cardstock, and then we can then have either tear here or open here. So let's go open here for now. So that one can go onto our stamping platform. We can then take this one, and I'm just using our finesse ink pad for these. And we're going to go on. Let's bring this in. Let's go into the center. You've even got little arrows that you can stamp to show them in which direction you want to go in. But we're just going to leave it like that. And then let's pop on our little sentiment that says open here. That can go into there, pop our adhesive all the way around. So the amount of sentiments that you could have, the amount of revealed messages that you could do. So what you're going to do, the other thing you want to do is, usually when you go and do the reveal, it will be revealed maybe a few hours later, a few days later, depending when you give the recipient the actual card. But I'm just making sure the adhesive is fully stuck down. And then I'm just going to start to get that through. And then if I go face on so that we can see, so then what we can do is we can then pull, and we've got "You are awesome." Exactly where you need it to be. And then what I would do is I would keep that template in with the pack. So if I want to do a size like this again, now it could be that way, it could be that way, it could be whatever way that you want. That's just the medium that you've got, or the medium die of the rectangles. Remember, within the circle, you've got the square, you've got the rectangle, you've got the large, you've got the medium, you've got the small, you've got the matten layers, and you've got the tear here, open here as well, for every single one for £29.99.
I can't believe it. And I love the
Ben.
fact as
Absolutely
well
wow.
that the arrows are separate, you can position them where you want. And all the time I'm watching that, I'm thinking of more things. You talked about the tickets, you know, you perhaps have a long card, you used to have the reveal at the top and you tuck the ticket, or the gift voucher inside. I'm thinking about invitations. Imagine you get that through the post, little sort of A6 invitation, you don't know what it's for, you peel it open, oh my God, it's a wedding invitation, it's a party invitation, surprise holiday, wow. Just seeing you do that all the time, it gets the creative juices flowing, and you're thinking of all the wonderful things that you can do. I mean, the opportunities are just endless. I love them.
Really is, loads.
$29.99 is your price. If you've got these in your basket, please do make sure that you get checked out. Lots of you adding these to your baskets now. It is, of course, the HobbyMaker highlight, and it's a 24-hour only deal, and it's while stocks last. So if you've got it in your basket, make sure you get checked out. It should be coming back on later at 3 o'clock, but as always, it is while stocks last. And I've been on plenty of HobbyMaker highlight shows where we end up with limited stock in the afternoon, or even no stock, because we can't do fantastic deals like this for absolutely ever. We've also got the sentiment stamps, which is something that Craig has touched on a little bit earlier. We've also got the sentiment stamps on the show as well. Now we've got a 3-pack here. We've got 12 pieces in one, 21 pieces in another, and 18 pieces in another. So let me just show you what we've got there. Now, I really like these, because what you're getting is a wide range of fonts within here as well. So, for instance, in this one just here, there we go, we've got Just You, and we've got such an amazing array of fonts in here. They're going to suit a fantastic variety of projects. $23.97 is normally the price for all 3 of these. And you can see as well there, we've got Special Friend in this one as well. And then we've also got the thank yous as well. £23.97 is normally the price. You're getting a lot in there as well. There's a lot of stamps in there. Now, I'm new to stamping. I've been doing the presenting for some time, but not done much crafting, actual crafting. Watched lots of demonstrations, but I did some stamping yesterday for the first time using the stamping platform, and I absolutely, Craig, got to tell you, I loved it. I loved how simple it is once you've got a few tips and tricks. And I'm just thinking of all the different things that I could do with this collection. £23.97 for all 3 packs is the price on the screen. But it is, of course, the Wake Up with HobbyMaker show, and that means you get a little bit extra from us. What are we doing, Alex? Producer Alex, what are we doing? £18.99 for all 3. £18.99, that's phenomenal. That's what, about £6, roughly £6 per set. And, well, you've knocked off the postage and a bit, because don't forget the postage, only £3.95 for a whole day. £18.99, £6.33 per set. £6.33 per set, and they should be just short of £9. So that's a great saving. Pop that in your basket. You can use these along with the reveal dies that you've seen on the HobbyMaker highlight that Craig has been demonstrating for us. Absolutely brilliant. There we go. Don't forget to get shop ahead. All the items on the show today are on pre-order, of course. We've also got as well some paper bag pads. These are the 12 by 12 paper pads. We've got 2 here. We've got the Say It With Flowers, and we have also got there as well the Vintage Snowman. Now, it's worth getting these in because we're going to do a great price on these. I know that you might be thinking, well, I've got most of my Christmas stuff sorted and everything else. If you're anything like me, I like to get ahead. I get into the Boxing Day sales. I see what we've got in the early parts of the year. I like to get a deal ready for next year, and that could be a great opportunity. Of course, the flowers, springtime is coming up. We're very nearly over Christmas now. This is going to be, flowers are going to be a key theme in a lot of products coming up over the next few weeks. Let's see what sort of deal Producer Alex can do for us. These are 12 by 12. I'm going to flick through them just while he brings up the price. Let's have a little look and see what we've got. Have a very, very quick flick through. And now these are double-sided, which is what you would expect, of course. 36 pieces in here, 12 by 12. Great Crafter's Companion quality, which is what you would, of course, expect. Nothing less. I love these, and I always love as well, one of the things I really like about the pads is that you get sort of the more subtle and subdued back, used mainly for sort of background papers, coupled with the more prominent designs for the foreground. Let's have a quick flick through and see what else we've got. But a fantastic colour palette in here too. Beautiful. You're getting 2 packs in the bundle because you're getting, of course, the Say It With Flowers and you're getting the Vintage Snowman. 180 GSM, 36 double-sided, 12 by 12s. What do we think in terms of price? They're normally $15.99. Normally $15.99. That's each. Normally $15.99 each, so a little over £30 if you were to buy the pair. This is the time on Wake Up with HobbyMaker to shop ahead. $22.49. $22.49. Early bird catches the price, catches the deal. $22.49. That is for both. You're getting the Vintage Snowman and you're also getting the Say It With Flowers in with that as well. $22.49. Don't forget, if you order multiple items on the show throughout the day, different brands, different shows, you won't pay a penny more in postage. Just remember to click Combine Order. Craig, some great stuff. I'm knocking the set to bits. Some great stuff coming up on the show today. Really, really good deals. I'm loving it. I love the sentiment stamps that we've just had a look at. I like the fact that you've got such an array of fonts with those.
You do. You really, really do. What's lovely with those ones as well, as you were saying, yes, it's the different fonts, but it's the different sizes. But then what you can do is you can mix and match if you want to. It's not as if every single one is one stamp that says just for you. You can then have just for you. You can space them wherever you want, just in one part of the card, for in another, you in another. Some of them have got them together. There's thank you. You've got thank you together, but then you've got thank, you've got you, all separately. They're all individual. So, you know, you could go special vertically and then friend horizontally if you want to. It is it really, in my opinion, it really is one of those must-have stamp sets because it covers 3 of the biggest sentiments that you tend to say to people. But because it is the different sizes, it's going to cover a variety of the card sizes that you do. But of course, with the different fonts, you know, it's going to work really well for the men and the ladies and the kids. And it's just a great, and that price is crazy.
It is, and yeah, I didn't think of that actually. You struck up on a good point there. Because each of the words are separate, see, I'm new to stamping, you see. Each of the words are separate. You can position them wherever you want to on your creation. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I love it. That is a phenomenal price, Craig. It's a phenomenal price. $18.99 is the price of the sentiment stamps. Don't forget, if you've got those in your basket, get checked out. There we go.
Wow.
So, what we're going on to next?
I thought that was it at $22.99. That's why you said it was a crazy price.
Yeah.
$18.99.
$18.99. We've got, you see, we've got this big red button, you see, in our gallery, in front of the producer, and it's the price reduction. It's the price reduction button. And if he's a bit tired, nods off, he hits the button and the price keeps coming down. So we have to keep an eye on producer Alex.
I think he's auditioning for a judge's role in Britain's Got Talent, hitting that buzzer every time that the price drops down, I think.
I know, $18.99.
Wow.
$18.99. He is trigger
really
happy.
good.
He's trigger happy. What are we having a look at next?
Right, so what we'll do is let's go back to the reveal.
Okay.
We'll do the reveal. I'll show you some more different samples than what I showed you before.
Yes,
and then
please.
I'll just go in, we'll use the present this time, or the square.
Yes.
I call it a present, but it is a square.
Yes.
So we'll show you that one as well. But let's show you some of these. Now, where I was saying, of course, in that last one, I used black and I used white. Yes, you can use your cards. I mean, that paper pads. These are really, really exceptional paper pads that you were just showing, Ben. But you could use them. Or you can still do your own inky background and then decorate them. Now, if you had our animals with attitude stamps, you've got your little giraffe you could have stamped into the reveal, but you can still go in and do all your concepts if you want to. So that is just inking your background and then mats and layers. So that one is a really straightforward, but then we've got, it could be a gender reveal. So once again, you could incorporate the stamps that you've just got there. Guess what? And then if you've got any of your other stamps from us, from other companies at HobbyMaker, start to use them. Now I know we've still got a while to go till Halloween, but look at that one. If you got Sarah's Halloween box and you've got your reveal, you can go in with that fun reveal at the side. And the key thing with these ones, it keeps saying, this one isn't even opened yet. Let's see if we can hear it up against my mic. Oh, isn't that good?
Yes.
Oh, it feels good, doesn't it?
That's satisfying.
What a sound. What a sound. But pattern papers, look at these. They're fun, and I keep saying fun, and that's exactly what they are. You know, whether you are going to give them, apparently us men are quite hard to make cards for. I beg to differ. However, apparently that's what we are made to be quite hard to make cards for. So what about making them like these? And then, you know, the dad, the uncle, the granddad, they're going to love it.
Yeah.
This is actually paper from that vintage snowman. And look at that. That has actually been made into a shaker under the reveal.
Brilliant.
There really is no end to what you can create with these reveals that you've got. Let's show you one more. Even using it, Ben, as an actual stopper for your easel, but still have a sentiment.
That's
Look
brilliant.
at that. So that is the stopper of an easel that is now been created into the reveal. So, oh, and last one for now, maybe you love to do all your boxes, theatre cards, diorama cards.
yes.
I mean, look at that.
That's
Piece
brilliant.
of acetate at the back, make a box, your box maker, and decorate it.
That's
Isn't
good.
that gorgeous?
That's
that
really
could even
good.
have, you know, some of your little battery-operated lights in the
Yes.
background. Perfect. Absolutely
it.
fab.
Love it.
Right, so let's dive straight in. Now, let's go in with our multi-purpose white again. I'm going to use some pattern paper, but I've cut this to 5.5 by 5.5. Now, let's do our little trick again, Ben. So, let's pop this one into here. I'm going to line it up. So what we can do is pop this one onto our junior. Now with the square that I'm using, this is the largest of the squares. Still goes through the junior, no problem at all, or it'll go through the midi, no problem at all. So if you are starting out as a crafter and you've only invested in your smaller machines, A5, you know, the amount of projects that you can make with these dies, even as a beginner, you know, you really are. Not only are you going to blow your own mind, you're going to blow your recipient's mind as well. So let's go in and let's break that perforation and take that door off. So we're just going to give it a light bend over, and then let's go and then take our craft knife and a ruler, and we're just going to go along that score line. You can use scissors, because this bit doesn't need to be overly neat because we're not going to be using it. We're just wanting it as a template. So I've brought another piece in that's been layered onto a bit of black. Just to prove, you might be thinking, all he's using is black. Yes, I love it, but I'm going in with pattern paper as well. So we can line that one up. And then I'm going to bring my stamping mat and my stamping platform. Now you could use those stamps that you were showing if you want to, Ben, because these would work great. I did say earlier on, the ones that I'm using are on Knitwit later on. I'm back tomorrow with collections from Knitwit. These are the stamps I'm using, but you can, of course, use the ones that you've got. So I'm going to go on with 2 stamps together, but this could be a sentiment, a verse maybe. It could be a topper if you want to. Maybe you've got little toppers left over from our nature garden collections, once again, or hunky-dory, or your backdrops from Creative Expressions. But we can line that one up, stamp it into position. We can then go in with some fancy streamer stamps, or balloons, or little present stamps, whatever you want to fully decorate it. But now I've got my sentiments right in the same place that I need them. I can keep that for another time. Set that one out the way. So let's bring in this layer here. Now, this pattern paper layer that I'm using is the same size as my white. So it's all exactly the same. So I can line that one up straight over the top. So I know that when I die cut that, my sentiment is going to be bang center where I need it. So let's bring that one out the way. Now this is pink, so this is about between 160 to 200 GSM, and I've got a layer of white multi-purpose underneath. So that's going to cut these 2 layers no problem. So let's take our plates. We can then set that to the top. We're then going to pop our layers. As I said in the last demonstration as well, although these are a concept, these are a fun card and project to make, the die, there's nothing different. Plate configuration is the same plate configuration you would use for your dies with your Gemini or whichever branded die cut machine you're using. It is the same plate configuration for wafer thin dies. So I can then carefully peel that off and then take the tape off. We can then take all of these ones off here. So slowly tear that one back, move that one out the way. So we've got that satisfying perforation all the way around. So we can go back in. Now remember, go round with your adhesive. Make sure you don't go into the center part of the reveal, otherwise you won't get the reveal. but let's go in with our tape, pop that one right over the top. So we've got our perfect layer. So then what we can do is let's bring in our 7x7. So I've started by showing you a small little 4x6, or that could be smaller, that could be a little tag if you want to. But then this now is going to be a 7x7 with one die, which is the large square. Although you could, if you wanted to, let's pop that on there for a second. If you wanted to, what you could then do with the medium one, you know, you could do that twice, then you can do the small one twice, or you might want to do the small one 4 times. So you've got that creative play on how many reveals. Maybe you've got a certain sentiment that you're going to break up underneath the reveal. You can do that. So then what I'm going to do here is let's go in, but I tell you what, let's add a little bit of height to it. So let's pop this one, and if you know what I'm like, you know I love my foam pads, but for time, let's take just a few. Trust me, I would put a lot more than this, but let's take a few. And then what we can then do is if we take all these off, so taking all of the back ends off really quickly, and then we can layer that over the top. There's that one. And then using the matte layer, I've cut it in black. Using the medium, I've cut it in white. And then using the small, I've cut it in a bit of pink. So let's take these ones out the way. So that one we can then add with our tape. You're going to bring in your gems, your embellishments, any of your ribbons that you've got at home to add decoration. But let's add that one on. And then let's tell you what, let's pop the pink one on flat. And then what we can do is we can add foam pads again to this one. So you've still got depth, although your sentiment reveal or image reveal or topper reveal, message reveal is initially flat on one layer, you can still lift it up with your glue gel or your pads. We can then pop that one into here, and then we can come along with our stamp that says open, or of course it can then say open here or tear here. You can then go in and add it wherever you want, because you've got the little arrows as well that you can point in the direction. But let's just leave it for there for now, Ben. And then if we bring that one in, if we then lift the beginning of it, and then what we can do is we can then go around and have that reveal.
That's just absolutely brilliant.
Bang centre in the middle. Again, that is because we've created our own little template that you've got there. So small cards, large cards, concept cards, kinetic cards, tags, all these different things you can start to create with the message reveal, a sentiment reveal. Could be a wedding day, you know, it could be, you know, to remind someone a birthday day as well, gender reveal. All these different things you can be doing. Use what you've got at home, your stash of all your messages, sentiments, verses. Start to incorporate them, but with that hidden element of that message reveal.
I love it. So you're enhancing and improving your existing crafty stash by adding this collection. Because it just gives even more versatility. I love that. I just want to ask you a quick question. When you were doing that, I would be, as a new crafter, I would be very tempted to put the die on with the card folded already to stick it down. I bet you're going to say to me though, don't do that. Is that something you could do? So if I already had my card folded and I just wanted to cut the aperture in the top, could I put it through folded, or would that be a mistake to do that?
So I see exactly what you mean. So yes, so leave your card flat, Ben.
Yes.
Because if you, so this is my card blank.
Yes.
If I cut it through the two, it's going to cut through the
Through
two layers.
both. So don't do it
Through
folded.
both.
Thank you, because
So
I'm going to have a
don't-
go
yeah,
with these
so
later. I'm going to have a go with them
If you
later.
want it very simple, so it's through, you've got a message underneath there, cut it, open it up first,
Yes.
and cut your die reveal on the one side first. If you
Yes.
do it both together, it's going to cut through both layers.
So that's great. So if I had a card blank, I could put it on there, but put it through open, then close it, seal it after you've done whatever,
Yeah,
and then
you
it
could
gives me a
do.
flat card. And brilliant. I'm going to have a go with that later.
Should do.
I keep wrecking the set. I'm going to have a go with that later. Just a quick reminder to everybody at home about the HobbyMaker Highlight, that you've got the different shapes to these, of course, as well, haven't you? Should you have a quick look at those again? So you've got the circles here in the collection as well, and it's great to know you're getting the 3 different sizes as well, plus you're getting the stamps, and the arrows on the stamps are separate as well, so you can put the arrows wherever it is that you need to put them. That works really, really nicely. So we've got the circles. We've also got the squares, which of course is the one that you've just seen Craig demonstrate, and or the presents, as you called it, Craig. I love that with the little bows on the top. That's absolutely awesome. I really like that. And I like as well the idea of being able to create an advent calendar and that kind of thing with it as well. And then of course we've got sort of the rectangle shape that we've got there as well, or the letterbox shape, depending on what you want to call it. And you've got sort of the more rectangular ones, but you've got the sort of long, thin one as well, which I really, really like. You just pop a word under there. You might want to put have 3 or 4 of those, and each one reveals a different word to make up the sentiment. There's all sorts of wonderful things that you can do with those. I really love this collection. And at $29.99 for all 3, that's absolutely phenomenal. That's phenomenal, considering how many pieces that you actually get in each bundle as well. That's absolutely brilliant. I love it. The HobbyMaker Highlight is of course in full swing, and it is the door reveal dies. $29.99 for all 3. You're getting the circles, you're getting the squares, you're getting the rectangles there as well. Don't miss out on these. They are selling like hotcakes, and we don't want you to miss out. The HobbyMaker Highlight is supposed to come back at 3 o'clock this afternoon, you know, but the way things are going, that might not happen. Please do make sure that you get checked out. Don't miss out on these. The things that you can create with these are phenomenal. And thinking outside the box as well. Not just the cards, but also the gift boxes. I love the idea of that as well. You had that gift box that you opened, and it had the acetate behind it. You created the shaker cards behind it. Oh, you've inspired me. You've inspired me. In addition to the HobbyMaker Highlight, we've obviously got some of the great items on the show. We've talked already about the 12x12 paper pads. You saw that one of those was used there in the sample as well. We had the vintage Christmas one was used in one of the samples there, revealing the snowman, which I'll very quickly show you as well. I did have it to hand a minute ago, if I can find it. Where is he gone? Where's he gone? He's in there somewhere. There he is! And the snowman in one of the samples there, I really loved that, and used in conjunction with the HobbyMaker Highlight Dies collection. There we go. If you want to get your hands on those, you can do that as well. Details are on the screen at the moment. $22.49. That is for both. That is for both. Don't forget. There's very few. These are limited stock. If you want to get your hands on these, we're down to single figures. Last chance to get them. There we go. We've also got on the show our adhesive collection. So very quickly run through, because I'm hoping we can get back to Craig before the show runs out. So we've got the tacky glue, we've also got the glue tape pen, and as well we've got the pen glues as well, the ballpoint pen glues. Now, these come as a single collection. Really, really craft essentials. If you're just starting out in crafting, this is going to give you the full array, everything that you need to get going. You saw Craig there using the glue tape pen there. These are absolutely brilliant. $13.98 is the price. You're getting in there the 5 glue pens. You're getting as well the glue tape dispenser, and you're getting the tacky glue in there as well, all for $13.98. These are an absolute essential. And one of the things I love about the pens is you can write names with the pens, you can sprinkle glitter over the top there and shake those off. There's all sorts of different things you can do. You can use your embossing powders using the pens as well. Great for writing messages, great for putting names, great for personalising, great for adding accents and highlights. Really, really useful. And get a pack of 5, because if you're like me, you'll lose them, or there'll be one in the car and one in the craft room and one in the lounge. They'll be everywhere. $13.98 is your price. Don't forget to get those. That's enough from me. We want to see some more demos, Craig, before the time runs out. Have you got? Do you think you could do us another demo?
Quick.
It's
Let's
absolutely
do that.
fine.
Yeah. Just to say as well, that adhesive bundle, all 3 of them, phenomenals. Those pens, these stay sticky. When you put them onto your card or your medium, the glue, the adhesive, does stay wet until you pop something on it, so it glitters or gilding flakes. The tacky glue we use so much. And the tape runner, ours is 22 metres in length. Other branded tape runners out there are between 10 and 12 metres.
Wow.
Ours is 22. And as Leanne says, these are wet property adhesive in a dry form when it comes to your tape runners. So that's a really cool essential set to have.
That's brilliant to know. 22 metres. That's phenomenal.
22, yeah.
That's phenomenal. And if you're frugal with
so
that and
good.
you sort of the stitch glue effect as well, you get even more out of it. Don't you? I learned that yesterday. If you want to be a bit frugal, break your line up. Do the sort of the stitched effect. Brilliant. Okay.
Rightio. Let's do a very quick one here. I've got a 4x8 white multi-purpose cardstock already layered up here, and I've gone in with the circles that we can see just here. So let's run this one through. I've already positioned them into place where I want them to go. And where I was saying before, where you stamp your sentiments, if that's what you choose to use, you can still do your different inky backgrounds. So I've got my little circles cut now. So let's take that one off. Now for this one, I'm not going to do my little cheat of the creating your own template. We are, if any stock remain, back at 3 o'clock with these ones with myself. So if you want to have another look, then of course come back then. So that's me got my 2 layers already cut. Now just to show you, I've already done this one, Ben, and I've taken my little circle nesting dies and I've just done random little circle cuts so you can see. Kind of looks like a little bit of block of cheese if you want.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to come in with my background I've already stamped out, and I've created my own backdrop with the colours. So I've gone in with these ones here, created my own, and then what I'm going to do is within the back here, I'm going to add all of these, and before I stick it down, okay, this will be the reveal when you open up, but you can still decorate the other side. So as you've got that open reveal, it's not just white or whatever colour you choose to cut it in. You've got that really lovely matching backdrop. So let's go in, take that one off. So let's line that one straight up over the back. Let's just take that one off, and then let's pop that back into place like so. I'm going to go over the back now and add that to my black layer, and then the black's really going to make it stand out, and then that one can go onto our DL card blank all the way round onto the back. So if I pop that one on like so, and then I've already, using the smallest one, cut a couple out and also ink them up to match, Ben. These ones can then sit nicely over the top, and then any of your die cut sentiments that you've got at home, I've got a just for you. Let's pop that one on with your foam pads. Take these ones off. That can sit nicely into the middle, and I'll do one reveal so you can see we've got a DL card. You've got that one there. So we have done a small 4x6 that you can see here. We've done a large 7x7, and now we've done a DL size that you can see here. That is just a smidge of the actual sizes you can do. You can do your projects, you can do your reveals, you can do your advent calendars, all of these, everything, anything you think of where you've got a sentiment, an image, a verse, a topper, anything like that, you can now create that into a reveal, even a shaker if you want.
I absolutely love it. I'm super inspired. I want to have a go. I want to have a go. Just a quick reminder for everybody at home, you're getting all three. You're getting the rectangles, you're getting the squares, and you're getting the circles in there, all at $29.99. And I should point out as well, if you've just joined us, you're not just getting one of each, you are getting the different sizes within those as well. You're getting the different sizes within those as well, not just one size. $29.99, plus you get the little stamps, the arrows, the whole thing's absolutely phenomenal. Craig, you're back with us a bit later today, aren't you?
I am indeed, I am. So I'm going to be back at 1 o'clock with our Spectrum Noir Discovery Kits. Oh. So if you have got someone that is maybe starting to dabble into colouring, maybe you've got someone that's in college or university doing, you know, arts and you want them to try Spectrum Noir, but a specific colour and medium of Spectrum Noir, I'm back then. And then I've got another 2 shows. One of them's 3 o'clock with the door reveals as well. So it's going to be fun. And then I'm back at 4 as well.
Oh my word, I don't know how you find the time. You must be exhausted.
Because I love it.
Yeah, and we can tell. We love your passion, your inspiration. It's been an absolute pleasure, of course, having you on the show again this morning. I'm sure one day we will meet in person, because I think we've only done these video link ones. And you get the little delay.
Fingers crossed.
Your fingers crossed.
One morning I'll be there in the studio with you.
You will. And have a fantastic Christmas if I don't see you before.
You too, Ben.
In the meantime, please thank you. And please make sure that you do get checked out. If you've got the items in your basket, do get checked out. These HobbyMaker highlights are while stocks last. We've had lots and lots of people taking up these fantastic door reveal dies. Don't forget, of course, after the break, we have Sewing Street coming up and also Jewellery Maker, depending on which platform you are watching. We've got more HobbyMaker Live starting at 1 o'clock, going through till 6, with more of Craig and Crafter's Companion this afternoon. If you've got the items in your basket, do make sure that you do get checked out. In the meantime, until next time, tune back in tomorrow at 6 a.m. and I will see you very, very soon. Keep on crafting.